In today's show, we discuss which past actors do you miss the most and why.
And now, the TNT Talk Show, daring to go where other podcasts fear to tread.
Hello, I'm Tony Fasulo, and I share the stage with my esteemed friend and colleague, Taya Boya. Taya, hello, my friend, once again. I hope you keep it safe and well.
Yes, I am. Thank you. Did I just say that? Hello, audience. Thank you. thank, thank you for joining us. I would like to say hello to someone. Well, actually, a couple of someones. It's amazing, it's not just the one. A
Well, I
couple
should
of
hope it's not
someones.
just the one, and we got a fair few people
Well,
out
this is
there.
this is a far flung, from our point of view. I suppose from their point of view is where they live, but from our point of view, this is Hiratsuka.
Okay,
Hiratsuka in the
Japan?
Kanagawa Prefecture
Okay.
in Japan, and it's got a population of about a quarter of a million. A big Nissan factory, which unfortunately seems to be moving now. And their tourist attractions are the Tanabata Festival. Apparently, it's one of the largest Tanabata festivals. I don't know what a Tanabata festival is, but it seems to involve huge flags and yeah, flags sort of thing. And people seem to have a excellent time. And they're very well known for tempura shrimp.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Yeah, so that's what I said. Ooh. So yeah, hello to you guys there. Now,
Okay.
thanks for listening.
Nice,
And by the
nice.
way, where's our thing at the bottom that was supposed to be scrolling at the bottom of our screen?
Oh no, I have to add that in after.
Oh,
Can't do it now. Got to do that
oh,
post show. So yeah, that what Tayo is alluding to, we have now a new email address, and I was about to mention that, but he's obviously prompted me for it. So the audience, can contact us via email, which is far easier for some
mm,
people than the ways that we're used to now, WhatsApp, text, or whatever. But this is an email address, and it is TNT Talk Show at mail.com. I'll repeat it, TNT Talk Show. So you've got two T's in there. TNT Talk Show, no spaces, at mail.com. And on the video, those of you on video will be able to see that running across the screen. So you can then get in touch with us far easier than before. So it's not platform dependent. You can just send us an email, which is great.
right. So I was going to
Right.
say, so just please get in touch. So the factoid, a
Okay.
single bite from the Lone Star tick can make you permanently, that's not true actually, can make you allergic to red meat.
To red meat.
A single bite, one bite of the Lone Star tick can make you allergic to red meat. The tick's saliva contains something called alpha gal, a sugar molecule that is found in most mammals but not in humans, and it's found in red meat. And so it triggers an immune response to this blooming sugar.
Wow.
Yeah. Fortunately, over a period of time, as long as you don't get bitten again, it will eventually lessen, maybe even disappear. But it's not fun. I mean, can you imagine no more pork, no more beef, no more lamb for you?
No more chicken?
No, chicken's white meat. It's
Oh,
fine.
red meat only. Oh, I see. I've often had a question about pork. Is it red meat?
As
It
it
never
appears
looks
on this
red.
list, I'm gonna have to say yes.
Oh, okay.
But I know it's
Not
kind of
exactly red, is it?
easty like a white meat, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really,
it
sort of
is.
thing.
Exactly. It's a bit odd. But anyway.
Anyway, there we go. So
Okay. A bit of factoid there. Interesting. I didn't know about that. How an animal bite can actually make you
mm,
allergic, which is unusual,
no
but
one gets unless you're a vegan, then you don't really care.
okay, in today's topic is an
hmm
interesting one. It's a bit more light-hearted, this one, but it is interesting. It's which which past actors do you miss the most and why?
Mm.
So this one's more a subjective choice, I suppose. And I was intrigued by this one. And there are some actors who I didn't get the pleasure myself to witness live. I've only seen them in films after they've passed away. And there is one particular actor who's my favorite. If you don't mind me going first,
No, go ahead. Yeah.
is I would have loved, and it's a female, I would have loved for her to be here, and that was Marilyn Monroe. I thought she was lovely as a person. Obviously, she's very nice to look at, and she had an aura about her, not just because of her beauty, but just who she was. And yeah, she wasn't a natural blonde. She was
No.
a natural brunette, and she had to
Mm.
endure constant bleaching. But I bet you didn't know this about Marilyn Monroe.
I bet you I
Sh
did. So you better ask me in such a way.
Okay, did you know?
No, ask me without giving it away. Don't ask me a leading question.
Okay, what do you think she did as a thing that she liked to do?
What did she do as a thing that she liked to do?
Yeah, what did she like to do? What did she like to do in his spare time?
Oh, in her spare time.
Yeah,
Oh, I was picturing her walking down the street doing something really peculiar. Thinking, no, I've never heard of this stuff. In her spare time.
yeah, I bet you
Was
didn't know that.
she a reader of poetry or something like that?
Yeah, she loved reading. She
Yes.
amassed a huge, huge library of books, but
Mm.
nobody thought that
Well,
of her because
her first
her
husband.
character, her, her,
Her
she was
first
a,
her first husband was a playwright, remember?
yeah, 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 but it didn't mean that she needed to read, but she did. She got a
I
personal
don't think
library, over
playwrights would have
400
been very
books.
interested in a total airhead.
Well, probably not really, but
Mm,
she
so
gave that impression as a role,
they
but
never
obviously
let
she
her they
wasn't.
never let her out. It was one of her main complaints about Hollywood.
Yeah,
They never
exactly.
they never let her just not be Marilyn Monroe, which was a
Exactly.
bit of a
Exactly.
shame.
She
Yeah, Norma
played the
Norma Jean.
bimbo in a
Mm,
way, but she was far from that.
yeah.
But her little voice, her distinctive voice, those of
Hmm.
you who are familiar, she used to have a stutter.
Did she really? Now that
Mm.
okay, you'd have caught me with that one, by the way.
Yeah, she used to have a stutter.
No.
So yeah, so that's her little voice, her little charming voice.
Mm.
That was actually to hide a stutter
Did
and
you?
overcome it.
Would have thought? Would have
Did you
fancied.
know regarding a stutter that those people that stutter, when they whisper or talk to animals, they don't stutter?
I think that's one of those memories that I don't know if you've just put it in my head or if it was there already.
Oh, okay.
So there's kind of familiarity about it, but I don't want to
Hmm.
swear in a court of law that I knew it. But I think I've heard something. I don't know about the animal thing, but
Yeah.
about the whispering and lowering your voice.
Yeah. When you whisper, lower your voice, you don't stutter.
Mm.
But when you talk to animals, people who do stutter talk to animals, they don't stutter.
Oh, okay. So I can't explain that then.
No, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
All right. Huh.
Hmm.
Right. So you can't just say I like this actress because she was pretty. So
No.
you got to tell me, well, favorite film, notable
Um,
films.
favorite film has got to be the one where she was with alongside Tony Curtis and the
Everybody's
comedy. I
everyone.
absolutely love that film. And why does blimey, I can't remember the bloody name now. Sorry. Oh, I shouldn't have said that online. I'm doing a Tayo and I'm not a Tayo. Um,
What the bloody hell? uh,
uh,
Gentlemen prefer blondes, if I remember.
was it that one?
Yes.
It was preferably, yes, and that is a great film. It was funny. She was a great character in that film. If you haven't seen it, I just loved it. It's an easy watching film,
Yep.
you know, sort of bit of jeopardy, but a bit of fun. But it was just lovely, and I loved her character in it, and
Mm.
she was just innocent blonde, and it was just lovely the whole film. So that's one of my favorite films. So yeah, it would have been nice to have seen her age gracefully and not the way that she died, which was very sad because she died from an overdose at a tender age of 36.
Well,
Or was she?
mm,
Or was she?
Ah, yes, yes. There was a few questions about that, to be honest. A few
Did she
questions
have an
about that.
affair with JFK?
And Bobby, the brother, we
Mm,
think. And the establishment, the intelligence agencies were a bit worried that she knew supposedly, I don't know the details, but supposedly she knew the wrong sorts of people in the sense that she was mixing with people who were either previously communist or were currently communist. And at that time, they'd just come out of the McCarthy era in America.
right.
And they thought, oh, she's actually getting pillow talk from two of the most powerful men in the country.
Indeed.
And
And
that
that
was
was
making
more the
them
issue.
really
Yeah, yeah.
antsy. Yes. So probably it was, an innocent, accidental death. And she was not a happy camper, by the way. She was
No, very
so,
unhappy.
and I'm not sure that it was suicide in the sense that she knew what she was doing. I think she just lonely. It
Got the
was
better of her.
was it over a what the equivalent of a bank holiday in America, and she was lonely and just nothing to do much and took maybe one too many pills or something. So,
Which can happen.
but obviously, yeah, if you're popping pills, it's dangerous. So yeah, and with alcohol and all that sort of thing, forget
Mm,
how many you took and you still say, to take one more. No, not a good idea.
no.
So
I
yeah.
mean, did you know that she was discovered in 1944 while working at a factory? It was a munitions factory plant.
Hmm.
And the photographer sent to film her was sent by none other than Ronald Reagan.
Really? That I
Yeah.
didn't know. That's an interesting
He
little.
sent this photographer
Hmm.
to shoot people, and the photographer actually discovered Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, well, she was Norma Jean Baker this time, wasn't
Norma
she?
Jean Baker, yes.
Norma Jean Baker. She didn't look like that, by the way.
No.
She had a lot of, I don't know about a lot, but she certainly had plastic surgery to look like Marilyn Monroe. And people don't know that. I didn't know that plastic surgery went back that far. But apparently, they learned a lot about facial reconstruction and whatnot from the war, from treating
Wow.
soldiers who'd been seriously maimed on the war front. So they learned their stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, yes. There you go.
Any
That was
extra
my one.
talents before we jog on? Any extra talents?
Any extra talent? She was
Talents,
like I
talents.
said, she was a
Mm,
reader, poetry, philosophy, art, and literature. She loved that stuff. Um, and she was trying to work on her own book of poetry before she died. And she was even going to do a film
mm,
about another famous actress who died in a similar circumstance, actually. Jean Harrow, who was who was an actress who died in
mm.
1937. So she's not as well known as Marilyn Monroe. Um,
Are you saying Harrow or Harlow?
Jean Harlow, but
Harlow, that's we go. Okay,
Jean
because
Harlow,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know the other one. Okay, Harlow. Yes, Jean Harlow. There
Yeah,
was another
even
platinum blonde, wasn't she?
yeah, she was. But again, she was another one that used to bleach her hair.
Mm,
So she wasn't naturally blonde either, but
mm,
Hollywood seemed to want this particular female, and she was the first platinum blonde, and Marilyn Monroe seemed to be her offspring, so to
mm,
speak,
mm.
in a similar vein. And the shame that the
Well, three of
heir
them died like that,
died.
didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Because her heir died. Her heiress. Her heir. No, her heir
Heir. It's
died.
the heir.
Her own Marilyn Monroe's heir died too. Her name was Jane Mansfield.
Yes.
And she was not a natural platinum blonde. By the way, she was my personal favorite of the three.
Oh, really?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
she was
gosh.
hilarious. I mean, she just had a really wicked sense of humor, and she had on camera when she was in a film, she had this really peculiar, really funny way of walking, where she would point her breasts first in the direction. So she was going to turn left, her breasts would turn left first, and then her body would follow. And she just did in such a way that it was just hilarious. It was as if, her pointy ointies were just taking her places, so to speak. And then naturally, just on camera, in front of an interviewer or anything, she was just naturally funny. She
Oh,
wasn't didn't have to pretend. She was just
yeah, she was
really
just funny.
humorous. Oh yeah, she was great. It's just such a shame. Died a horrible car crash, which was terrible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you got one?
Oh, I got
You
one.
got loads, haven't you?
Yeah, I got one. Okay, so I don't have any actresses.
Hmm?
No, I
No
don't do act.
females.
Nope.
Oh, in that case, then I'm going to stick to females then, because if you've got no females, I want to redress the balance. I've got men and women on my list, but if you're only going to talk about men, I'll
I'm going to talk about.
rebalance it.
I'm going to answer the questions honestly, which is, who do you miss the most? I don't miss any of the female actresses.
Oh,
So
Marilyn Monroe, come
I
on.
know, no, I don't miss it. I don't have, here's the thing. My criterion, my main criterion is this: would I, in those days, back in the days when you had to pay to get in the cinema and there was no Netflix, there was no DVD, you either saw it at the cinema or you didn't. Or you had to wait until it came out on TV like 10, 15 years later, right? Back in those days, would I have paid to go into the cinema simply because this person's name was on the billboard? That's how I
Yes.
chose my actors.
Yes, I
So,
would.
yeah, so I wouldn't have gone in for Marilyn Monroe. That's what I'm trying to say.
No. Oh, I would.
Yeah, okay, well, that's your choice, isn't it? But I got mine, and
Okay.
none of the actors. I mean, I'll tell you a couple of actresses who are my other list, if you like, if we have time. So let me get on with it. My number one, I would definitely have gone to see anything he was in. James Coburn.
Oh, wow.
James Coburn, who died in on the 18th of November 2002 at the age of 74. He had a horrible, massive heart attack whilst he was listening to music at home with his wife. He died in her arms. It's a good man.
Mm.
So what? Why James Coburn? He had this cheesy grin, this easy, laid back, California grin. And his arms and legs were all over the blooming place. There was there was one scene in Our Man Flint, which
Yeah.
is a 1966
Brilliant film.
knockoff of James Bond,
Yeah.
and he's just found a bomb in a cafe, and he needs to drive people out of the cafe. So he starts shooting his gun into the air. But if you watch that scene carefully, he was so lanky. Everything was everywhere at the same time. Every time I watch it, I crack up because and by the way, he seemed like he was having a gas. It seemed like he was,
It was a Mickey take, wasn't it, our man Flint? He was
oh, it's just thinking about it makes me just laugh, man. They could stop his heart and the four wives or girlfriends or whatever the hell those were
yeah.
that he had. Magnificent Seven. Remember the Magnificent Seven
Yes.
when he was the knife throwing fellow? He died a nice heroic death in that too. His character, The Great Escape, and let's not forget it was it feels like Charade, which is another blooming excellent movie. No, I mean the guy had a fantastic career, and one of my favorite films, which is a guilty pleasure. Someone like you will go, I don't even think you'd even know of the film. But if you do, you're not going to respect me very much. I know you don't already. So
I
what does
don't,
that mean? So it
don't
was
say
called.
that.
It was called. It's called Hudson Hawk. Have you ever watched
I've
Hudson Hawk?
seen Hudson Hawk.
Do you remember his character in Hudson Hawk?
Uh,
He, he was the
Not
baddie, the
greatly.
big bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, he never took himself seriously. He was always willing to go out and be silly, and it was all very silly in Hudson Hawk. In fact, Hudson Hawk was a very silly film, but I just love it. I really love it. I love the setup and what's his name was in his prime, more or less. The guy in The Sixth Sense, I've forgotten his name now.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. I think he's having problems now, health problem. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, he's got early onset dementia.
Oh,
I know. He's
yikes.
forgetting his lines, so he's had to step back from acting.
Is he the guy? Who is the guy? Who is Han Solo?
No,
That's
Han
Harrison
Solo was
Ford.
Harrison Ford.
So I don't think it is what you
Hudson
the
Hawk, yeah, Hudson
no, no,
Hawk
no.
was
I don't think it is the Bruce Willis who's having the issues. I think it's what you call it? The guy you just mentioned now.
what? No, 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 Bruce Willis. Definitely Bruce Willis.
Is it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bruce Willis is having issues, yeah, so he's had to step back from acting because just not remembering lines, not remember, it's just not, so he stepped back.
Okay, I didn't know that. So
Yeah, just had
yeah, my number one pick, best of the best, and the one I missed the
wow.
most is James Coburn.
Okay. I mean, there's a few that have died prematurely that I want to mention
Hmm.
that I think had a lasting, well, not had a lasting, but created such an impression that they were taken too early. And one of them is Bruce Lee.
Oh wow, well yes, but yes, I'd have gone to watch his movies, but I
Bruce
didn't like
Lee.
his last movie, the very last one, Game of Death. I thought that really sucked Major Wind, but I would have loved to see what he would have done because he was different.
He was totally different.
He was a different kettle of fish altogether. I mean, there was one scene, and I think it was the Game of Death, when he's walking across the field, and he's supposed to be an old man, but he had so much energy that makeup didn't hide
Impossible.
it,
No, no, no,
and
no.
the audience giggled because he had too much power, too much,
Yeah,
energy. He was bouncing and was like, yeah, that's not an old man. This is Bruce Lee. Yeah. No, I mean he was outstanding.
he was an
He was
incredible
out. Yeah,
species. He
you're right. That's
was,
a nice call, by the way, Bruce
I
Lee.
mean, he was incredible. I mean, he died sadly at the age of 32.
Yeah.
Martial arts expert. He actually mixed and created
Yes. Yes. Wing
his
Chun.
own martial arts philosophy,
Hmm.
and it was rooted in Zen Buddhism. And I think it was called. Hang on, let me have a look. I
I
want to
just
say
told
it
you,
right.
Wing Chun.
Jeet Kune Do.
Oh, sorry. What I said? What? Jeet Kune Do. When I said Wing Chun,
Yeah,
Wing Chun actually is
he
the
was
parents.
rejected from that Wing Chun
Is the parents?
thing.
Is the parent
Yeah,
thing? Actually, he rejected it. He thought it was too. It was his master's style, but he wanted to incorporate other styles
that's
into
how
it.
he did his own philosophy called Jeet Kune
Jeet
Do.
Kune Do. Yes, Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
did you know he was dual citizen?
America and it wasn't Hawaii, wasn't it? Because at one point, so it was American and Chinese. Hong
Yes,
Kong, wasn't it?
Hong Kong,
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, and he had dual citizenship. So yeah, and yeah,
No,
he
that's a,
died of a
that's a really.
cerebral edema,
Mm,
which is an
well,
issue
yeah,
with
not my
the
mother. So,
brain.
as you may have noticed, so my mom, my dad, and myself, we had this little family joke going on. Apparently, when I was a small boy, I used to ask my mom about all these horrible diseases I'd heard. And I'd say to her, I'd say, Mom, what is cholera? And she would go, my son. And she'd make a tongue. If you can't see it, sorry. But she'd
Yeah,
say, it's a terrible disease, my son. And then another day I'd say, Mom, what is diphtheria? It's a terrible disease, my son. And this went on for a while. And then maybe so one day, I can imagine me saying, Mom, so actually one day I did actually say, Mom, what's typhoid? And don't tell me it's a terrible disease, my son. And that became a family joke, said, don't tell me. So when you just said that's an edema, a cerebral edema, and I want to ask you, well, what is a cerebral edema? Don't tell me it's a terrible disease, my
it's
son.
not. It's a bleeding in the brain.
Ah, oh, okay. That's thin capillaries. With a,
I don't know the ins and
what's
outs,
the
but
difference
it's
between that and a stroke?
pass. I'm not a doctor. I
All
don't know.
right, well,
This
okay.
must be a specific time, a type of issue.
Yeah, because he said he had a headache and he went to lie down. That was it. So yeah,
Mm,
so headache is probably pressure in the brain.
yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Ugh.
Hmm,
That is not good. Okay, yes, Bruce Lee.
good one.
He was somebody who'd taken far too early for what he's accomplished. I mean, he obviously did many, many feats outside of the filming
Hmm,
industry.
hmm.
I mean, like one finger press ups, and he wouldn't just do one; he
One
would do
finger press
several.
up,
You
one
know,
finger
what a
press up,
finger
one
and
inch
thumb, and
punch.
like, it's like, yeah, and it's like, what? He could do incredible thing. Yeah, the 1 inch punch. I mean, that was insane. Some of the things he would do, endurance, and he was incredible. He was so ripped. I mean, I don't know what sort of fat, if he had any on his body. He was just
Probably,
unbelievable
probably
athlete.
what killed him. Plenty of fresh air and exercise. What I've always said. Be extremely careful, folks. Very, very careful. So dangerous. You done?
This is Tayo's mantra. Don't do it.
D-
Exercise of fresh air kills you.
It
Don't
will,
do
it will
it.
kill you dead, man. Honestly. So, yeah. So just you know, are you done?
Yeah,
My
I'm done.
number
I'm
two.
done. Okay.
My number two. A wonderful actor, really wonderful in my opinion. Walter Matthau.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Walter Matthau died on the 1st of July 2000 at the age of 79. Suffered a heart attack again. You know what the hell, man? Uh,
Tends
Most
to be the
notable
case.
films: Grumpy Old Man,
Yep, that was funny.
The Odd
Odd
Couple,
couple, superb. Superb.
Cactus Flower, screwball comedy. If you love screwball comedy, which
He-
I do. But he was a host of other films. He was in Charade again with Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant, and he played a baddie in that one. And his baddies were really, you wouldn't want to run into them in real life. You know, the way he played a baddie was as charming and evil as the way he played goodies were charming and good.
yeah.
You know, he had that
Do you know
range.
who I liken him to? And then maybe this is a bit disingenuous, but
Mm.
um, who's the guy that did oh, what's his name? Three Weddings and a Funeral.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant. Because Hugh Grant,
Does a very smarmy,
yeah,
oily
he does a very
baddie.
baddie,
I've
but
forgotten
he's
what
very
film that
good
was
now.
in. He was hilarious. He was. You wouldn't buy anything from. If he offered you something for sale, like here's a bottle of whiskey for £2, you'd be like, yeah, no, keep
Nah.
it, pal, because there's something about you that just, ew.
Yeah. So that's how Walter Matthau, and I would liken him to a modern day Hugh Grant, because Hugh Grant actually exhibits similar traits because
Mm,
he was funny as a funny character, which is Hugh Grant has done many funny roles and he's very
yes,
funny in it. But now Hugh Grant has changed a little bit where his persona is more can be evil, but he's still a pleasant person, but evil, exactly
very
how you
dangerous actually,
describe.
because it's charming.
Yes, exactly like Walter Matthau. Yes.
Mm.
So
So
that's
what the
how I.
matter? The film that really cemented him for me was called His Man Friday. Have you ever watched it? His Man
No,
Friday with Jack Lemmon again, and he plays a newspaper editor who's trying to keep his best reporter from getting married.
from getting married.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose the reporter. It's totally selfish. He doesn't care about his reporter and his reporter's happiness. That's nothing to do with it. He says, hey, no, 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 And he keeps getting in the way. They want to go off, get married, go on their honeymoon, and he keeps all these plots
Us, yeah.
and going and spinning. And then fortunately, there's a bit of a scandal. Someone who was going to be anyway. Long story short, he manages to keep his reporter for a while. And the best line, my favorite, probably my second favorite quote in any movie came from His Man Friday, which is two words: cigarette me.
Cigarette me.
Cigarette me. Because Jack Lemmon, he's got all excited now. He's forgotten about his fiancee. He's forgotten about the train. He's forgotten about all that. And then the fiance comes in and says, "If you don't come now, I'm leaving without you." And he doesn't even hear. Jack Lemmon doesn't even hear. And Walter Matthau looks at the fiance, and the smile, the pure triumph and joy and victory. That smile, he smiles at her, and then he just ushers her out. Bye bye. And then Jack Lemmon goes, cigarette me.
Yeah.
And then he gives him a cigarette, man. Oh, wow. I mean, people could write movies in those days. That's why. And so, what do we know about Walter Matthau? He had long-standing gambling habits, unfortunately. He dropped $180,000 in the early 60s
Oh,
when
okay.
$180,000 was not money to sniff at. Uh, he did stage roles, and he liked playing mythology.
Okay.
I like playing in mythology. He was a jokester of he was a famous jokester, and his favorite fake name was Foghorn.
Foghorn.
Foghorn. He called himself Foghorn Mama, something or the other. One really long name. It reminds me a bit of my Dr. Isaiah Henry, to be honest. Yes. Anyway, there we go.
No, don't resurrect that.
So
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
what's on
Our
that
audience,
now?
our new audience, were probably thinking, what are they on about? What about? Who's Dr. Isaiah Henry? Listen to our back episodes, folks, where we had a segment, because Tayo now does these little factoids. He used to have a segment where he used to quote, I'm sure he made this guy up,
What?
mythical guy, Dr. Isaiah Henry Metatamba.
Well,
I'm sure it's a made up character.
at least it wasn't Matuszczynski Manchu. Wow, I can't even pronounce this.
Can't say it.
I'm going to share it with you. Can you try? Give it a shot. There it is. I'll
Okay.
give it on like that. How do you pronounce that word?
Oh, my Lord.
That's that, foghorn. So that was
Matuszkanskayaski.
Matuszczynski. Anyway,
Matuszkanskayaski.
well done. Matuszczynski. Whatever. What Tony said. So foghorn Matuszczynski was his
Oh, dear.
prank name. All right. So that's what's the
A
matter?
sure one. Okay. I've got one. Again,
Mhm.
this is actually a male, and this is more up to date, strangely enough. And this is a guy who died. Tell you how he died first. Accidental prescription drug poisoning, only at 28 years of age.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Now, what? I mean, I thought he was a reasonable actor until I saw him in playing the part of the Joker.
The Joker.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. I mean, he to play that part, he got awards for it. He got did he get an Oscar? I think he got an Oscar for that part. He immersed himself in the role. He cut himself off for 43 days to do this complex role, and he
Mm.
did get an Academy Award for it.
Mm.
And he used to take on other complex roles, but this one particularly was grueling for him because he literally took himself away and got in the psyche of this guy, this character who was basically a nut job in the Batman films,
Mm. Mm.
but he played the character so well. He was so warped and so oh, it was crazy. And for him to die so young was such a tragedy because he had so much talent, so much dedication to the roles that he would have been one of the greatest actors just purely because
Mm.
of the way that he could grab a character, really build the personality of that character and become that character and portray it so well. I mean, he was incredible. And so for taking at such a young age,
Mm.
it's such a shame. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't just act, even though his dedication to acting was very, very high. He was also an exceptional chess player.
Really?
Yeah. He won a championship in Western Australia
Mm.
at the age of 10.
Wow.
And as an adult, he would play enthusiastic New Yorkers in Washington Square Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'd
Have you
win.
seen that?
He'd
It's
win.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, and his name, he was actually named after Heathcliff,
Ah, I
Emily
see.
Bronte's novel,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and his sister was called Catherine, also from the
Oh,
same
really? From the
book.
same book.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So that's
Well, he was in a he was in a movie that was one of my son's favorite.
master of his own game.
No,
The
A Knight's
Outsider.
Tale. A Knight's Tale.
Oh, okay. But
A
he was
Knight's
he was
Tale.
brilliant,
Which
brilliant
was
actor, modern actor, and so to be taken away so young. I mean, he when did he pass away? I'm just looking. Where is he here? Heath Ledger in 2008. So, oh God, 2008, that's gone quick. Nearly 20 years ago now. Gosh, even though it didn't feel that way, it felt like he's only gone 5, 6 years. But 2008, goodness me.
you probably should. I don't know. I don't know if you like it. Like I say, it was one of my son's favorite films. One of mine also. It was romantic and sweet. Oops, no, I'm posting it to myself. That's not good. I should post it to Tony. Here's the link to it.
Do you want me to put this in the blurb of this show?
No, as well you could if you want to, but I'm just saying if anyone's interested, that's a very for me that's an excellent film,
A Knight's Tale. No, I
A
don't think I've
Knight's
seen
Tale.
that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
uh, my next one,
Yep.
David Niven.
Okay. He played the
I like
Saint as
this.
well,
He, well,
and
not
he played. Did you know he played James Bond?
Wes in the not very well received.
No,
It wasn't a great film, by the way. So
no,
I'm not. No, I like my reason I liked David Niven. It's not actually for his films.
really?
Yeah, really. I
Okay.
mean, my favorite film of his was The
Hmm.
Sea Wolves.
Don't know that film.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a wartime story. Oh, it's hard not to come to tears. It was based on a real story,
Okay.
but it was really jazzed up a lot. Okay,
Ah, okay.
but it was everything. It had overtones of a sort of life that I kind of knew as a colonial or the last of the colonials,
Hmm.
and this colonial outpost in I think it was Burma in in the Second World War, and they couldn't get back to Britain, but there was something really important that they were asked to do. I'm talking about some of the chaps in the club, that kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
could really see I really understood where they were coming from and how this probably happened in real life.
Hmm.
Just old men, too old to fight, but determined to do their part for for king and country at the time. Was a king.
Okay.
Yeah, very good film. So anyway, but that's not why. That's not really why I
You
like
like
the
him?
I like him. I like him. And don't forget, it was in the Pink Panther as well.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I like him because he wrote these books, these tell-all stories of Hollywood,
Oh,
and he really told all. Now,
in what capacity? I mean, obviously, I'm
he
not
was there.
familiar with these.
He
No, no,
was
no. But
there.
I mean, in what I mean is, what was the plot? What was he saying?
How he was spilling the beans. Who did what with whom? But he didn't name names. But I mean, if he told you a golden hair,
Right. So he wouldn't slander anybody, but you could put two and two together and work it
like
out.
you just did it. I mean, you just said platinum hair actress who left us too early. You know who he was talking about.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
Marilyn, because this was before. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, before her.
he was there in the true golden years of Hollywood. And then he'll tell you stories about Sam Goldwyn, about all this, all these people you'd heard about. The ins and outs, the Hollywood
Yeah,
fights,
some
the
people are thinking now, who the heck is this? That he's
what?
gone too far removed. He's I know there are some characters that you and
Sam
I would
Goldwyn.
remember, but it remember no, no, no. We remember
Okay,
who we are.
MGM,
Yeah,
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
yeah.
So the Goldwyn, the G, that was Sam Goldwyn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was a huge, my God, he was the Mr. Hollywood. One of them anyway. This was a time when studio moguls were emperors. They were emperors. They made and broke people as they wanted. If they said you're not going to work, you're not going to work.
See, that's not necessarily a good thing, is it?
I'm not saying it's
Too
good.
much
I'm
power.
just trying to say how powerful they were. I mean, and then this guy was there at the time, and then it all went belly up. Like let's say late 50s, people, actors and actresses. Marilyn Monroe was one of them. Started breaking their contracts. Now,
Hmm.
previously they couldn't get away with it, but there was some kind of sea change or something, and they were able to not only get away with it, they went off and they did their own thing.
I think
Actually,
because they realized they were too draconian and too restrictive.
but
Because
times had changed.
yeah,
They were coming into the 60s, and no one was going to let somebody else tell them who to go out with, which
yeah.
is what they did, by the way. You couldn't choose your own public partner.
Oh wow.
Love. No, 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 because it all
See,
had to
that's
be
too
arranged by the
much
studio.
control. Too much control. That's
That's
crazy.
if you wanted to be a star, that was the price you paid.
Mm,
You know.
too much.
So
Too much.
so what was I going to say? There was what was I going? Oh, United Artists. How did that start out? Mary, what's her name? And Douglas Fairbanks, Mary Astor, yeah, and Douglas Fairbanks. They were the first to break away But their star power was such that when they joined together, I think they also got married, and then they formed United Artists. They actually started their own studio,
Right.
and they were a studio that was meant to be more friendly towards the actors and actresses. They didn't do that draconian thing and whatever,
Yeah.
you know. So UA was when you see United Artists, that's got a long history of people standing up for themselves. It's a really beautiful piece of history right there, of film
Mm.
history. But David Niven, the moon's a balloon, you know, and they shoot horses, don't they? Oh, these are his two famous books. And if you really want to find out about Hollywood from those days, my goodness, you could do a lot worse than getting a hold of those two books. They were fantastic, and he was an excellent raconteur. Now everybody says he was very unreliable when he told a story
Okay.
because sometimes it happened to him in his story, but it didn't happen to him in real life. You
Oh, I
know, things like that.
see.
Yes, he knew how to jazz up a story,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
make it
yeah.
really interesting. But
It's like the
you
small
needed to
fish,
check
big
your
fish story.
you
Yes,
needed to
yeah.
check your facts and figures after he finished telling you stuff, man. So yeah, anyway, that's why I like
Okay.
David Newman. He really told us a lot about a lot of things that we wouldn't
Mm.
have known.
Right. Next one for me, and this is a female. She died at the age of 63 in 1993. She had colon cancer, unfortunately, but she was very beautiful as well. Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, is it called cancer they got her? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, very famous, very attractive. A lot of people may know her from the younger audience anyway. Will probably know her from some adverts that she's been recreated in, like the
Mhm.
chocolate Galaxy adverts, and
Mm.
not is it Galaxy or
I
Dairy
don't know.
Milk
I
adverts?
don't watch.
Yeah, and she was in those, which was really nice. But yeah, she
They
was
probably know her from the film. I think most people would know her if they're serious about films and whatnot. They
what do
know
you mean
her as Holly.
serious about film? What does that
Well,
actually mean? You're
well,
serious
like
about
me, if you look
film?
at all the things you said, and I've picked up on it.
Yeah, but serious about film. Films is a leisure activity. What does that mean? Be serious about
It's a
films.
leisure activity for you, but for some of us, it's a hobby. So some of us pay extra attention because we want to. No one's got a gun to our heads. So
No, no,
we're
okay.
serious about film because for example, I watch a film. Okay, I just recently watched Sinners. Did you watch Sinners?
I did, and then I had to stop it, as you know.
Okay, no, I don't know, but let's take that offline. I'm confused. Huh?
That was that was because we couldn't tune into the accent. The accent was so strong, it was so difficult to
You're
understand.
kidding me. Okay,
No,
okay, all
what I
right.
should
Well,
have done
okay.
was put blooming subtitles on and would have understand it because it was so deep south. So
I've not heard anyone say that.
I
Anyway,
struggled with
I
it.
watched
Struggled
Sinners,
with it.
and for the next month or so, I was obsessed with the blooming movie. I read everything about it. I followed all the characters. The actors, the actresses. I can tell you about the actress that played Mary. I forget her. Oh, Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld. Her background because there was this ridiculous thing where she was saying she was black and like lady, you're not black, okay? It turns out that one of her grandfathers is Filipino or something. That doesn't make you black. What the hell? So, so there's that, and then all the. This is what I mean by serious about films. And then you get onto the forums, you start talking to people, and then you learn more and more about it, and then you file it away, and then you can call it up, and then this person did this in this movie, and that's what I mean.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So who were we talking about just now? Oh,
Audrey Hepburn.
Hepburn should have been, as I thought, well known to people as Holly Golightly.
Possibly.
What's the name of the film again?
What, Holly Golightly?
That's the name of the film. What's the name of the film?
Um,
Mhm.
oh, for goodness sake. I'll have to Google it.
Even I'm trying to even remember the tune because it's such a famous tune.
Um, oh, this is annoying.
Oh, they go like
This
this.
is real time checking now. Oh,
Well, welcome. I've been doing this for Holly Go Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Now that's where people know her from, remember her fondly from. I don't remember her fondly from that. I remember her fondly from Charade, which I've mentioned a couple of times now, because it had Cary Grant in it, it had her in it, and it had, of course, Walter Matthau in it as a baddie.
Mm.
Yes, charades, and it was really, was it 60s or 70s? No, it must have been
Don't
later.
ask me for the years. I don't know.
It
Did
was
you
really,
know, though? Did you know that she was a trained ballerina?
yes, I did.
And she also survived the Dutch famine during World War II.
I did not know that. But she was
Mm.
kind of wraith-like, wasn't she? Which could have
Mm.
been an outcome of early nutritional issues.
Yeah, she was
It was
very,
very,
very thin,
very
wasn't she?
wraith-like.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. And she spent the last years of her life as a UNICEF ambassador.
she did. She did. Like someone else who not relevant to our discussion, but someone else was a UNICEF ambassador, and then actually, the I think she was American ambassador to Ghana for a long time. And
Okay.
that was the actress who, I mean, she's dead in a long time, Shirley Temple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of all people to be, ambassador to Ghana. Ooh, really, Shirley Temple? Wow. Still, there we are.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right, who have you got?
I've got someone, you probably don't know who he is. I don't think anybody else
Well,
would.
then there's not a famous actor, is it? The whole point is that these are
Is
supposed to be people that
is
are
very
relatively
famous.
famous. Oh,
Amongst
go
the
on then.
right kind of people.
But that doesn't make them famous,
It's
does it?
amongst the right kind of people. It's very famous because,
I'm famous in front of my family, but
yeah,
that doesn't make
slightly
me
larger
famous.
crowd. Okay,
Well, there you go. Yours can't be that much larger.
Alistair Sim.
Why do I know that name?
I mean, because it's famous. Okay, so
What's he been in? Alistair Sim. Why do I know that
he
name?
was a very famous British actor, and he was in a Christmas Carol is probably where you know him from as Mr. Scrooge.
Oh gosh.
Yes, remember
God, that's old.
him? And also the Centrinians films,
Oh
the
yes.
Bells of Centrinians,
Yes.
where he played both Miss
School
Fritter,
teacher.
yes, and her twin brother. Why do I like Alistair Sims? Okay, I love Alistair Sims because he had this way of laughing, and he first of all he had a very long, lugubrious face, very mournful, very sorrowful, and whenever his character laughed, he always managed to make it look as if he couldn't understand where that sound was coming from. So he'd laugh like this.
Mm. Yes. Oh,
and then
yeah. Yes. I do know.
and
Yes.
he'd look at the other person like, is
What
that
is it?
you? No, it's not me, it's you laughing. You're like, oh. It was
Uh,
fantastic. That was his shtick, and every movie, I'd be waiting for him to give me, and if he didn't give me, I'd leave the movie in annoyance. Like, where was that? Where was that laugh? Because but fortunately, most of the time, he'd do that, and I find that hilarious. It always cracks me up whenever he does that. And it was just it was a British actor in the old way. Do you know, like a gentleman?
yeah, but you're just yeah, okay. There are a lot of people who have not heard of him. They may recognize the
Yeah,
film,
well,
but
hopefully they'll go
yeah.
out now and look for his films
Okay.
and
All right. Let me talk about. Let me
laugh too.
go on then. Is
Hmm?
that have you done? Because I've got a character that most of the people and our audience will remember for sure, and who I would definitely pay to go to the cinema to see in
Hmm.
whatever film he did. Sean Connery.
Hmm.
I liked him because he was a rough and tough bloke of an actor, really.
Yes.
And yeah, he obviously
The
famous
first
for the
MGTOW, we
original.
might even say, to be
Yeah,
honest.
he was first James Bond,
Yes,
really
he
the
was. The
real
best
James
one, I think.
Bond, best one. He was superb. Sean Connery played him to a T. I
Yeah.
think I think the last character for James Bond played him similar to Sean Connery, but
You mean Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig, but Sean Connery was the first and original one, and he played
I
him
don't think.
well.
I mean, Daniel Craig was. Let me explain. I think Daniel Craig restored James Bond,
Yes,
but he wasn't Sean Connery.
no, Sean
So
Connery,
Sean Connery is, he's the ultimate James Bond.
he was superb.
He was
I mean, he had
fantastic.
a varied career though before he became an actor. He
Oh
was
yeah.
a coffin polisher, first job, then a milkman, then a bricklayer, and then he
Mm.
he got into acting. And did you know that he competed in the 1950 Mr. Universe
Yeah, I
competition.
did. I didn't know
That
the
was
year. I couldn't have told you the year. So yes,
1950.
yeah.
And he had two tattoos on his body, of which one was a tribute to his parents,
Mm.
and the other said Scotland forever on it
Ah, yes, he was
because he was
very,
Scottish.
very pro
But
Scottish,
but he
pro
died
Scotland.
at a ripe old age of 90, and
Not
he
bad,
had no,
not bad.
exactly. He
Even for
died
the
of old
smoking and
age and
cigarettes and all that.
dementia.
And
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
But
dementia.
he
So,
did dementia. Yeah, yeah. He
oh
died old
gosh,
age. Also, he had dementia right at the end.
not
The
bad.
thing is, he obviously was stereotyped strangely in
Mm,
the beginning as
mm,
Sean Connery. Sorry, as
mm,
James Bond,
mm,
and he couldn't get many roles after he left. But then
mm.
afterwards, he reinvented himself and he did get roles. I mean, he was in some tremendous films. The one that also was really good and he got an Oscar for was now the name escapes me. The one about the mafia, Al Capone, um,
Oh, the one that was
supporting
supposedly
art.
was based like on the Untouchables.
It was The Untouchables,
Yeah,
yes. And
Untouchables.
he got the supporting actor role and got an Oscar
Mm.
for that. He was brilliant in that. He did Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
He did Raiders of the Lost Ark, the third
Mm.
one, alongside Harrison Ford. And it
Harrison
was
Ford.
strange because he played Harrison Ford's father, but he was
Mm.
only 5 years older than Harrison Ford. But the banter that they had in the film, that
Mm.
particular one was the third one, Raiders of the Lost Ark, worked really, really well,
Right.
especially with the female protagonist in the German female protagonist, where they both bedded her. If there was one scene that she was, she sort of, she goes, "Oh, Dr. Jones," and they both turn around, yes. So what do you mean? What do you mean?
Who was the actress?
Oh, I don't know. She was
Okay.
rather attractive as well, but she was a blonde lady, but I can't remember who she was.
Well,
But
I'll look her up eventually. No, he
yeah,
was also in Entrapment. Do you remember Entrapment?
he was. Yeah, that was a great film as
That's a
well.
good. That was actually a good film. That was a
Very
good
good
film.
film. So
Yeah,
he was.
I did think he was kind of old for. Now, what's the blooming
Well,
name
I don't
again?
know because even at an older age in his acting, he wasn't one of these people that many women would sort of st sort of push him
Roll.
to one side
They
for
wouldn't
us.
roll
No.
over you. Roll over
You
him to
mean,
get to you,
yeah,
sort of thing. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
No, because even in his
Catherine Zeta-Jones was her name.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, yes, because in his old age he was still a handsome man
He was actually.
and
Yeah.
had still had loads of women after him.
He
So
he
yeah.
he he kept himself looking well.
Mm.
He didn't fall apart, unlike some of the other James Bonds. I'm not. They're not part of my discussion, so I don't really want to go there. Have you finished? Because
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, Sean Connery,
I've
I did
got
like him as an actor, I must say.
I've got this person now. You can't tell me you don't know who he is. You might not know his name. Terry Terry Thomas.
Terry Thomas. Yeah, I
Yep,
know Terry Thomas. He was in
Terry
the Carry On
Thomas.
films as well,
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
he?
he wasn't a couple of them. He wasn't a
Yeah.
regular. He wasn't one of the main cast.
Well, I mean, a lot
But
of
the
our
gap
audience, if our audience are young now, they're never going to know who your characters are. You're being too.
it's not for them. I'm just being honest with myself. Who do I miss? Terry Thomas
Oh,
was the ultimate cat and
he was
bounder.
a cad.
I
He
mean,
was
in
a
real
cad.
life, he was a wonderful person. Apparently, people say, he was a fantastic person in real life. But his characters were uniformly I think it was just because the gap in his teeth,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
and he took advantage of that. And in my opinion, his characters were bad in this sense. They were they were they were truly naughty. Now, I mean, it sounds stupid, but they were he was a naughty boy who had grown up into
But
a
you,
naughty man.
but you couldn't trust your daughter with him.
You couldn't trust anything with him. Now, the problem with Terry Thomas, and if you shook hands with him, you should count your fingers afterwards.
Yeah,
That kind of person, right?
exactly.
But the thing about it was, I think he loved being
The
mischievous
cad. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for its own sake. Like, if he had a chance to be given 1 million, his characters would have said, "No, I'm going to steal it. If you can't
Yeah.
give
Steely, don't
it,
give it to me. Yeah,
don't give
yeah.
it to me. I'm going to
Yeah,
have to steal."
indeed.
Remember when he was around the world in 80 days? And it was that character. He was
Really?
always up to these stupid schemes that always
Yeah.
backfired on him. It never slowed him down. I mean, he was, and he could tell. He had a voice a little bit like Kenneth Williams.
Yeah, he
He
could
had a
tell a
voice.
good
He could tell. Like,
story.
oh my gosh, he could tell a good story. He could modulate his voice, and really set the scene up for
Well,
you.
he was obviously you can tell that these people that you're talking about went through stagecraft and
Oh
knew
yes.
how to actually project their voice, how to give the tone inflection.
Hmm.
They learned how to speak, let's put it that way, and for the stage and screen. So they were well trained in that. Many people nowadays, unfortunately, don't go through that, and they're pretty lacking. Let's put it
They're
that way.
very lacking. Now, for people who are interested, look him up. Two films I recommend: How to Murder Your Wife in 1965. Don't worry, it's a comedy.
Yes, it's a comedy. It's not literal, please.
How to Murder Your Wife, in which he was his usual cat and bounder. And It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World, which was just blooming hilarious. Do you remember It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World?
Vaguely, yes. I'll
Do you
have to
remember if
remember
the,
it.
the guy that has a car accident and then I'm not going to
Oh
give
no,
it
that's
away.
not what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he has a
What
car
happened in
accident.
this?
He goes off a cliff and then people who are just behind him, they come, they stop, they see, they go down to see if they can help him, but I think he's dying. I don't think
I
he's
think I've
quite dead.
seen this one.
And he's got this, tells him about this money, all this money. Says, oh, will I ever get to spend like, I don't know what it was. Will I ever get to spend like $1 million? This is 19, what was it? 1963. Will I ever get
Okay.
to spend this? And then I think he literally kicks the bucket. There's a
All right.
bucket by his
Yeah.
foot and he kicks the bucket. He kicks the bucket, and then they decide, well, nobody else knows about this. Should we go and find? And everybody said, yeah, 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 we'll find it together. We all shake hands. But one of them is Terry Thomas, and when he shakes your hand, he has zero intention of sharing anything with you. And they're all walking very calmly back to their cars. And then Terry starts walking a little bit faster. So the others start walking faster. And then eventually everybody just gives up the pretense and runs for their cars.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
dear.
fantastic. It's a fantastic movie. I think most people would enjoy it. Terry
Okay.
Thomas.
Right, I got one final one because we're running out of time here. And most people will probably remember this actor. Um, James Gandolfini. That
Oh,
ring a bell?
yes, of course. Well, of course.
He died at
Blue
51 from a
Moon,
heart attack.
Blue
He
Moon.
he was in The
I try to
Sopranos.
remember the song. I remember it through the song.
Yeah. And for those of you who are not familiar with that series, it's
Very good
based on the
series.
mafia, very good series.
Very good
But he
series.
died too early at 51.
Mm,
Strangely enough, he was on holiday in Italy at the time where he got a heart attack and died. And I mean, he worked before as a bouncer, bartender, club manager before his career took off. But he was an accomplished stage actor, and he got a Tony Award. So yeah, and he had a voice acting role as Carol in the children's films as well, where the wild things are. So
no, I'm not familiar with that.
yeah, so he did do other stuff, although he was been stereotyped as, you know, Mr. Soprano in the hit
Mm.
show, and he played it very well, of course. But yeah, he was a good character, but he died too early too. But a lot of our younger audience may know him more than some of the ones that Tayo's mentioned. Let's put it that way.
I knew you were going to whinge on about the only actors. So just to round it up, I've got two female, two females.
Oh, okay, hooray! You said you had no females.
Well,
I'm
and
glad
because
you
no,
have.
they didn't make my list. These are the people who I
Ah,
just want to mention as
oh, okay.
honorable mention. One is Karen Black. You remember Karen Black?
No,
Karen Black had a squint that instead of destroying her, made her prettier somehow. I don't understand.
I
She had
don't even
this,
know who she is.
and she was big in horror movies, 70s and 80s, I think. She was big, and there was
Okay.
this particular one where if you've seen it, you'll never forget. I mean, either you've seen it and remember, or you don't. It's called the fetish or something, the fetish doll. And at the end of the film, sorry, it's the spoiler, guys. Close your ears for about 60 seconds. Go. At the end of the film, she's squatting with a knife, a butcher's knife in her hand, and she's grinning. and she's waiting for someone to come in. I think her husband or boyfriend to come back from work, and she's just squatted by the front door, and she's grinning, and her teeth are filed,
Oh,
and she's got this evil look, and you think whoever comes in through that door is gonna have issues, man. And that was the end of the film, because she had been messing around with this fetish doll. Yeah, it didn't go well, and just that iconic look at the end. I could probably find a picture of it very, very quickly. Anyway,
hmm.
and
We're gonna have to
secondly,
wrap up quickly. Yeah, go on.
secondly, only because she was sublimely beautiful, and she was really beautiful, not fake beauty, not makeup beautiful. She was beautiful without the makeup.
Okay.
She
Who's
died
that?
early. Natalie Wood.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. There's controversy there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, just a
yeah,
bit about her
just a
death,
bit.
even today.
Mm-hmm.
Even today, yeah. Look her up, folks. Natalie Wood. Yeah. What was happening with that? That was she was a
The,
star. She was a child star, was Natalie Wood, wasn't
she was a
she?
child star.
And
Then
then
she
she
just
became an actress,
a
an
young,
adult star as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, no. When you say an adult star, that doesn't sound very
Not
good.
adult star in that respect, in that industry. I'm
Yeah.
talking an adult
Then
famous
as an
star.
adult, she became a star.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And she was married to a very handsome guy who was very, at the time,
Robert
extraordinarily.
Wagner.
Robert Wagner was extraordinarily handsome.
Yes, they were a celebrity
And they were,
couple. They were.
I think they were on and off. And they were having the issues, and they were on, and then they were off, and then they got back together again. The thing is, when she died aboard, well, she was on a boat with husband and boyfriend, allegedly. I
Mm,
think I can say that. But I think it was well known. I don't think it's. And do you know who the boyfriend was?
no.
Christopher Walken.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Mm. And there are
Mm.
questions about everything. So we don't know what
Wow,
happened.
wow,
But
wow.
what would
Yeah, yeah,
happen? She didn't
yeah.
make it.
No, she did not. She did not.
That's a real shame because she was really. So I had other people, but they're all alive. So I have to wait.
Yeah, you have to wait. Not necessarily. No, no,
I
no.
mean,
We
I
won't do.
mean, my
Yeah,
my
no, no.
one actress who would have made my list. Well, was she?
No,
No,
no, no.
no, she wouldn't
Don't
have made my
put.
list.
No, if she's still alive, no. This is only people who have passed sooner than they should have done.
She is. I mean, she was just something from the 70s. Even when
Okay.
she was old, really, really old in the 1s, she still had it, man. I mean, by
Okay.
that time she was like early 80s or late 70s, and she still had it. I'll tell you after
Okay.
this. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. All right, brilliant. Right, but if you've loved this episode, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more deep dives into prophecies, mysteries, and the unexplained twists of fate. You've listened to Tony and Tyre, and we are the TNT Talk Show, but unfortunately, we have reached the end of the show for another week.